With over 38 years of teaching experience and 10 years of dedicated research in the field of commerce, Dr. Kulkarni's contribution has profoundly impacted the academic community. Kulkarni sir hold an MCom, LLB, MPhil, PhD and DAG, reflecting his lifelong dedication to education. Throughout his career, he has
आलाय का
held
ग्राफ
several esteemed
ग्राफ आलाय
positions, including a principal at HV Desai College, Pune for 1 year and principal at the same institution for 10 years. Additionally, he was elected as a member of Commerce faculty at Savitribai Phule University, Pune, one of India's primary education institution, for 4 terms, 1989 to 92, 92 to 95, 2001 to 2005, and 2010 to 2015. Dr. Kulkarni involvement with the university has been an extensive and impactful. He has served in numerous key roles, including the member of Commerce faculty, member of Accountancy Board of Studies, member of the Standing Committee, chairman of Paper Sitting Committee, member of the Accounts and Audit Committee, Senate member, among many others. His significant contribution in shaping policies, curricula, and examination system has been highly valued and continue to influence the academic landscape. At present, Dr. Kulkarni holds several prestigious positions to name few, including member of the Board of Management at YCMOU, member of the Scrutiny Committee for Private Universities appointed by the Government of Maharashtra, President of Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Sainik Mahasangha, and State in charge of Vidyapit Vikas Manch, etc. Dr. Kulkarni's academic contributions are equally impressive. He has supervised 5 PhD and 5 MPhil theses, published 22 books on subjects ranging from financial accounting to business management, and published over 20 research articles in both national and international journals. Additionally, his role as an examiner, moderator, and resource person for numerous seminars and workshops has further cemented his status as a key figure in academia. In addition to his contribution in education, Dr. Kulkarni's journey as a journalist has also been notable. He has served as an editor for publications like Vanas Parivar and Satyapriya, and has written extensively on issues affecting students and education system. Dr. Kulkarni's work is not confined to academic alone. He has actively participated in student movement and teacher associations for more than 4 decades, striving to improve the education environment. His leadership in Maharasi, Karwa Stree, Sanstha, and various other organizations has significantly influenced education reform and management practice across Maharashtra. Through his passion for education, social development, and national progress, Dr. Kulkarni has touched the life of countless students, faculty members, and education administrators. His work embodies the very essence of lifelong learning, leadership, and social responsibility. On behalf of everyone, I extend my heartfelt admiration and gratitude to Dr. Kulkarni for his exceptional contribution to education, research, and society at large. Let us all take inspiration from his work and work towards creating a better, more enlightened future for all. So, with this background, now I may kindly request her to share his valuable knowledge and insight with us. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to all the participants. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Fulari sir, respected Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Sarode sir, respected Director of this Center, Dr. Patil sir, Additional Director, Dr. Rafael sir, all other dignitaries of the universities, and dear participants from all over India. Good afternoon to you all. Let me express my vote of thanks to Honorable Director and Additional Director for giving me an opportunity to share my views on National Education Policy 2020 to all of you. As you know, we are in 21st century, and this policy is a 21st century's first policy. Actually, after independence, it is the third policy, but in 21st century, it is first policy. When India became independent, uh, uh, after this independence, immediately our 1 minute, please. Okay. Our ex-president, Dr. Radhakrishnan, submitted one report on education. Then in 1966, Kothari Commission submitted another report, that is first policy you can call of 20th century. And then in 1986, when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, new education policy was introduced. It was amended in 1992, and that was continued till 2020, means more than 38 years. So there was a need to change the education policy of India. That was the demand from all the sections of the society. And you people, you all are the young teachers, you might be knowing that we are listening this criticism last so many years, that this education system doesn't give any confidence to the students. The education system doesn't give any skill to your students. Students are not employable. So that was our criticism. I am a commerce teacher. I was teaching accountancy for more than 40 years in colleges and university. And I was listening this complaint from some businessmen also, that your BCom pass students cannot calculate simple mathematical calculation. So that criticism we are listening. And so this was need right from president of the country to sarpanch of the village. Everybody is criticizing that education system is outdated and you need to change. And so when Narendra Modi became prime minister, he appointed one committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Kasturi Rangan, who was the director of ISRO, very well-known scientist of this country. And under the chairmanship of Dr. Kasturi Rangan committee, there were 7, 8 members. Some vice chancellors were there, some educationalists were there, some academicians and administrative experts also were there. They interacted with lot. You will surprised to note that this is the first policy after independence which has debated all over the country in detail. 2 years discussions went on. Kasturangan committee interacted with 74 institutions and 217 experts in the country, right from central union minister, HRD minister, to state HRD ministers, to chief ministers, to ex-vice chancellors, existing vice chancellors, to school principals, to sarpanch level also. And they invited suggestions, and 2 lakh suggestions received. So this was well debated policy, you can say, right from central ministry to village sarpanch, all were involved. And committee conducted 14 times meeting, 14 meetings, marathon meetings. And after listening 74 institutions, 217 experts, finally the draft was prepared. It was for public domain also to comment. And as I said, 2 lakh suggestions received. They formed 8 committees, 8 subcommittees to analyze all these suggestions. And out of that, some common suggestions were listed out, and then some suggestions were accepted by the committee, some suggestions were not. And so final draft was submitted before the parliament, and parliament approved this draft on 29th July 2020. When unanimously the draft was approved, and so it is called National Education Policy. This is new education policy of 21st century, but actually it is National Education Policy because it is accepted by Parliament unanimously. There are 27 chapters and they are in 4 groups. total, if you see the report, it is 484 pages report. But they have come out with edited copy of it in 65 pages. And where it is clearly mentioned the four groups, that one is school education, one is higher education, third group is other key areas to be focused, and fourth group is making it happens, means that is implementation. So entire discussion took place 2 years, and finally the draft was submitted. So we can say that it is well debated and it is really a public policy, it is really a national policy, because right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to your, your Sikkim or Nagaland till that end, Tripura, all states were discussed for this policy matter. And taking into consideration public grievance about this education system and expectations of industry, government authorities, businessmen, they have taken together into consideration, and after taking into consideration all their expectations, the policy draft was prepared. So this is a drastic change in the policy. You can say last 75 years after independence, we were blindly following Macaulay's policy, because it was criticized, our education system, that it is Macaulay's policy. It was true, because Macaulay, who wrote this policy, because at that time British were the rulers and their need was something different. They wanted clerks only, who will help us to rule in this nation, such a vast and large nation. We cannot bring people from England here. And so he thought, at grassroots level, at local level, we need some trained persons, and that's why we need to teach them. So their expectation was limited, whatever their policies to be implemented. So they want babus only. So clerks and babus, that was their need, and for that purpose they decided their policy. And because of this, we are observing today, because of this babu methodology or this bureaucratic approach, so many problems India is facing today. So Indian people are facing today, in not only in education, in all other fields also. This babu policy or this bureaucracy is really sometimes creating problems for the development. Therefore, Kasturangan and all other thinkers, they discuss in detail all these things, what we need to do. And first thing come out. So what is the new in this policy? That this is the first policy which is a Bharat-centric policy. This policy is a Bharat-centric. What is Bharat-centric? That British told us that no, you are all backward people, you are all illiterate people, you are all unscientific people, you are not at all developed. And so we are here, whatever we are teaching you, you must listen, you must learn, because you don't know anything, you don't have any background. That was their mission. And they got certain success in it also, because today we are also observing that. So they thought that if we want to rule this country for a long time, what to do? Macaulay thought that if we want to rule this nation, we need to ask the people to forget their past. Because Indian culture is very strong, Indian background or Indian history is very strong. So teach them first, you don't have any history, you don't have any background, whatever is there, we are giving you new. So ask the people to forget their past, don't remember them, don't allow them to remember their past. Otherwise, it is very difficult to rule this nation. Make them British minded people. So they wanted to make us in British minded because they wanted to take help of our people to rule their nation, to rule them. Therefore, their objective was very definite, very limited. But Unfortunately, after becoming independent, we also followed this policy for a long time because that policy was Babu centric. And so we are listening this criticism that your students don't have any confidence, students are not having skills, they are not employable. All these things we are listening. And students in colleges and universities also, they are not finding any interest in attending the classes also. So this was the criticism right from student side, parent side, social worker side. And so Kasturian committee thought it on it in detail and they came out with this solution that let us change our objectives first. Some objectives are continued, which was given by Kothari Commission, Radhakrishnan Committee report. Some objectives are definitely good and they are also continued by this policy also. For example, first objective of this is make it accessibility. Now, accessibility means space to availability. That is the objective of first policy also. Kothari Commission report, if you read. That was in 92 committee also, 86, 92 committee also, 92 report. And that is still continued in this 2020 report. So first, it should be accessibility, accessible education. A center should be accessible to the students and to the society. Second objective is affordability. It is also there in today's policy. And that's why you see, after independence, our central and state governments have taken definitely good initiatives to making education available, affordable to all. So by starting government colleges and by starting local body schools, because education comes in concurrent list as per our constitution. So primary education and primary schools and college, primary schools and secondary schools started by state governments, funded by the state government, and so it was affordable. So definitely they did a good job. That they made it affordable in small villages. Also, local body schools are open. They are aided schools, so fees are very nominal. And then RT came in 20th century, right to education. And as per the right to education, RT, education up to the age of 14 is the responsibility of the government. Government accepted this up to the age of 14, means up to, you can say, 8th standard. RT is compulsory. Now in 2020 policy, they made first change here, and the RT is applicable to up to age of 18 now, not 14, up to 18. Up to 18 means up to 12th standard, HSC board exams. So RT is applicable up to 12th standard now, means it is the responsibility, prime responsibility of the central and state government to provide education to students, those who are demanding it, free of charge. So that is one additional benefit of this policy, that it has taken into consideration 21st century scenario. Globalization, world is coming nearer and nearer. So up to 14 limit, they increase up to age 18. That is first advantage. And so it is accessibility and affordability. Both things are there today also. And that's why they said in the policy, they recommended to the government that minimum 6% of GDP must be spent on education. Actually, it is in Kothari Commission also. And it is now continued by this Kasturian committee also in NEP 2020. They also recommended 6% expenditure must be for education. And fortunately, our Honorable Prime Minister, when he spoke in the Parliament on this policy, he promised the House Parliament that government is committed to this. So this is public, you can say, assurance given by Honorable Prime Minister to the nation that Government of India and all state governments will spend 6% on education. Still, it is not achieved. Unfortunately, still we are far behind. But we have to reach up to that level. So policy document says that accessibility and affordability, these are our two, you can say, objectives which are common in these policies also. Three more objectives added, that is quality in education, not only access and affordability. Huh? Third one is equity. Equity was there in the old policy, it is also there in new policy. Equity. So accessibility, affordability, and equity, these three objectives are common. Equity means facility should be given to all, rich and poor. There should not be a gap. All students should be have equal right to take education. And that's why government took the primary responsibility up to the age of 18 to give education to all. And that's why government funded schools we are observing all over the country. Right in rural areas, villages, in remote areas also, government took efforts to start funded schools, government funded schools, to make education available and make them equitable. So up to certain level, these three objectives we can say achieved up to certain level, not at all 100%. Still there is a scope. And that's why in new policy, these three objectives are continued: accessibility, affordability, and equity. They added two more objectives. And that two objectives, one is quality education, which was not there in old policy. Now, taking into consideration challenges of 21st century, India is now fifth economic country, and our government is keeping aim to make it third up to 2030, third economic power. So how we will become third economic power? Unless and until education and quality education is available to all. So unless and until you provide quality education to all, you cannot achieve this objective to become third economic power. First is USA, America, second is China, and then third will be India. But still there are two more in front of us. Today we are on fifth. So Germany is there, France is there, Japan is there. Now we have to make our country more economically strong than these countries, then we will become third place. We can reach up to third place. Because China and USA much ahead than us. Why they are ahead on us? Because they are having very quality education. They give quality education. You see, even in Olympic, you will find Chinese students are getting more gold medals because they provide proper funds for education, proper funds for student development, and they are taking care that our students should get quality education. Today also we are observing that they are coming with deep, that when America is also, there is a threatening to America also. And American president, new president Trump have already announced it and given warning to American industries. See what China is doing. So they are having quality education. We cannot deny that. And that quality education we need to give our student, then India can reach up to third state, third level. So thanks to the committee members because they have realized what is the need of the time, that today only giving accessibility, equity is not enough. We must give them quality education. Today, if you see the survey published like in state like Maharashtra also, which is a that way socially and educationally forward state in India, I can say, than other states. But still in Maharashtra, the report which published recently, it says that 65% students up to 8th standard are unable to identify the two numbers, two figure numbers. They cannot calculate multiplication, division, they cannot do that. So what type of education we are giving to our student? Question comes. And so quality education is the need of the time today, and that's why they have kept this objective that whatever education we are giving to our student, You must be qualitative. This is fourth objective kept in front of us. And fifth objective they kept is, that is also new one, that is accountability. Because unless and until accountability is established, you cannot expect quality. Quality and accountability goes hand in hand. Because previously in aided schools or aided government aided institutes, teachers are not bothered whether their student pass or fail. There is no any action taken against the teacher. No educational institution is accountable to the society. Just they are giving admission to the student, teaching the syllabus which is framed by state board or universities in colleges. And students appearing for exams, some are passing, some are getting failure. But educational institution prime responsibility they were not accepting. And so this accountability concept is introduced here, that when you are admitting the students in your institute, it is your responsibility, your accountability. You are accountable for that. That what type of students you are throwing in the society after becoming graduates, what they know, what they learn, what is the outcome of your education. These questions were never asked in the past. Now these questions are asked. That's why, in higher education, NAC is developed, National Accreditation, Assessment and Accreditation Council, a body established in Bangalore, and they are giving accreditation to the colleges and universities. Now they are thinking to accredit schools also. For that purpose, at state level, separate accreditation councils will be formed. It will not be done by central machinery. They will do it for only central schools. But state school, those who are under state government or those who are under local bodies, under the control of local bodies, for them, some states are thinking to start accreditation councils for their states. So this idea came after 50 years, 60 years, 75 years already passed, and 10, 15 years before this accreditation process started in our country. So somebody should come and check our achievements. Somebody should come and check our facilities, infrastructure, deficiencies, and give report to the educational institute. That idea came into practice when NAC came into existence. And because of NAC, now colleges, all over the country, colleges are now aware. They are giving good infrastructure to their students. They are giving good teachers to their students. There is a outcome based education system developed. So these are the new thoughts. When I was the student for 50 years before, we never thought about this. Now education institutes have started thinking what it should be our mission, what should be our vision, what is your vision statement, what is your mission statement. Now NAC is asking, that's why we started writing our mission and our vision. But you ask old institute, those who are 100 years old, more than 50, 60 years old, have they thought about it before? No. When NAC came into existence and NAC has prepared some guidelines, some criteria, then some institutions realize, yes, yes, we must have our own vision and own mission statement. What is your mission? This missionary view we need to develop among entire education institute employees as well as employer, institutes directors as well as teachers as well as non-teaching staff. That this is a missionary attitude we must have. Missionary means a dedication. Missionary attitude means what? Full dedication to your cause. Selfless attitude. That I am teaching my student. Here object is to develop that student. Whatever best I have, I am giving to my student because my student should become smarter and smarter. That is our aim. That is our expectation. So this is called missionary view. And so these objects are mentioned, and after mentioning these objects, now education system started. So they made very radical changes now, drastic changes in structural format also. It was not there because 75 years we are running only one formula 11 plus 4 when I was student. Then when I became teacher, 10 plus 2 plus 3 formula came. 11 plus 4, then 10 plus 2 plus 3 came, plus 2 stage unfortunately failure because at that time aim was plus 2 stages to give skill education to the students. But most of the institutes not did proper work for that, and so all 12 pass students again coming to the colleges. Now the new NAP has kept objective basically totally different objective, that to increase our GER, gross enrollment ratio, GER, up to 50%. Today it is national average 27.4%. In state like Maharashtra, it is more than 34%, near about 34, 35%. Some states are ahead, some states are still behind. But national average is 27.4, and we have to achieve this up to 2035, next 10 years, almost double, 50%. So when you want GR increase, now naturally your admissions in higher educational institutes, you are expecting to increase. So it is a good sign for educational development of India. Higher educational institution development will take place in next 10 years very fast, as per my opinion, because government policy document kept this aim before us, and this policy is accepted now, government policy. So we have to increase our RT, right? Means GER, gross enrollment ratio. That 100 student if pass 12th standard exam, 50% students should come to higher education. So more new colleges you need. And that's why you see, UGC already started working on it. Fourth group, I told you, no, make it happen. Make it happen means implementation. See, policy, all policies are good one. First policy, second policy, third policy. Policy document is good, but whether policy is successful or not, it depends upon implementation strategy. What is your implementation strategy? How far you are implementing these policies? If you are implementing by heart, proper strategic methods, if you are using for that, then you will get success. Otherwise, policy document goods on paper only. And therefore, Kasturirangan committee realized this, and so they made a fourth group to make it happen. They have thrown special light on it. That only, okay, we have suggested so many things, but how you will receive benefits of it? The fruits of the policy you will eat if policy document is implemented in toto properly. So now in 21st century, we are in 21st century, already 25 years completed in 21st century. And after 25 years, we are celebrating our 100th Independence Day. And Government of India kept this aim before us, that when we are celebrating our 100 years of independence, we must achieve all these things. So very few years are in our hands. And so policy document says that to make it happen, you need proper implementation. So UGC already started working on it, University Grant Commission. So far, higher education is concerned, right from primary education to higher education. Now you all are mostly professors, assistant professors, associate professors. So higher education is a more relevant part to you. But let me tell you that infrastructure means structural change in the policy you must know. As I told you, 11 plus 4, then 10 plus 2 plus 3. Now this third new policy, NEP 2020 says it is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 means total 15 years. 10 plus 2 plus 3, 15 years. 11 plus 4 for 15 years. Total 15 years to become graduate. But why these stages are there? Why such type of stages they made? 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So basic change is there in first 5 years group, that is called foundation stage, first 5 year, foundation stage. It starts from age 3 to age 8. When student will complete his age 3, he will take admission in foundation course, means we call it as Montessori education today. Junior KG, playgroup, junior KG, senior KG, we call it, or kindergarten, Montessori, different names are used. But after 3 years, child will come to the school, and that 3 years, playgroup, junior KG, senior KG, then first standard and second standard. These are the 5 year stage, which is called foundation course, age 3 to age 8. And this foundation course already started this year, right from June 24 in India. Because national syllabus is prepared by National Syllabus Framework Committee, NSQF, National Quality Framework Committee was formed at national level, and they prepared syllabus for all over India. Some liberty is definitely given to the states. They can add or they can change. But basic expectations are enlisted. What these students should know. And what is the surprising thing, in 50, 75 years, we never thought about this first 3 years education. We started right from first standard, after age 6. But what student will learn 3 to 6? Because so many psychologists and educationalists have repeatedly saying, repeatedly reports published, they said, books published, that brain development of a child, 85% brain development of a child took place from age 0 to 6. 0 to 6. In these 6 years, 85% brain development of the child took place. And unfortunately, when 85% brain development in this age group take place, that education was neglected by us. We never thought about it. No national curriculum, no state curriculum. I am staying in Pune city in Maharashtra. Small bungalows are there, and they started junior KG, senior KG. Some institutes have formed some buildings for that. But what syllabus they are teaching, what methodology they are using, what is their outcome, what are their objectives, nothing was enlisted. Just whatever the teacher thought. Some teachers only telling stories, some teachers were only singing song, some teachers were saying 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. It was very vary from one school to another school. What teacher thinks or what that institution management thinks, that was given. So it was neglected, unfortunately, and that's why Kasturingan committee concentrated on this, that this is the brain development age group. We must think it seriously and bring it at national level. And so national curriculum now we prepared, and now it is taught to the students. So equity will come. Otherwise, some schools and some rich group families, their students are acquiring much higher syllabus than other students. Those who are staying in villages, in slums, in hilly areas, they were unfortunate. They were not getting that opportunity to take such type of education. And so, maintaining equity, this is needed. Otherwise, how you will come equal? Equality will be established. First, you think about the syllabus, what to taught, what we must teach to our students of this age group. And now all national thinkers and particularly children education thinkers, they came together, prepared one draft, submitted to the committee, and it is approved now. And that draft now will be taught to the students in all over country. So now students from Nagaland and students from Gujarat or students from Kerala and students from Jammu Kashmir will have some equality. They will learn some common things. Some things may be different as per their states, but some common things, some minimum basic expectations are mentioned, that this age group student must earn this much credit, must earn this much knowledge after he pass play group, then junior, no exam at all. But what student should learn in these 5 years? That is expected. That is enlisted on paper. And now it is the responsibility of educational institution to fulfill that. So, because we are accountable to the society. So, parents may ask you, sir, this is expected, and my child don't know all these things. They can ask such question to the education institute. They can ask such question to the teachers, and so teachers, education institutes are accountable to the society because parents are also aware now that this is expected from child education. So this is very basic change. I think this is a radical change. First time we thought about it, that whether to teach swimming to our 3 year student or not. That question we are debating last 75 years. Now some serious thought is given to this, and students will participate in small games also, right from 3 age, 3 age to 6 age. So this is called foundation stage, 5 plus 5. 5 plus 3. 3 means 3, 4, 5. Primary education. 3, 4, 5. Means foundation course, then primary education 3, 4, 5, where student will learn numerical ability, understanding words, understanding figures, understanding some pictures, 3, 4, 5. Then next 3, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 plus 3. So middle school education. This is 6, 7, 8. Middle school. And then next 4. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Last 4 means 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11 till it is called school education. So right from age 14, age 14 to 18. Age group 14 to 18 comes under school education. Here they've also suggested 3 language formula. And 3 language formula means they have said in policy that preferably foundation course, primary education, school education must be in mother tongue, preferably mother tongue. Because there are so many English medium schools in big cities where there are cosmopolitan culture, different mother tongue language students comes to the school. So which mother tongue they will learn? And that's why they use the word preferably, it should be in mother tongue. So parents should also be aware about it and they should take care while admitting our student. He should be admitted in mother tongue language school. Primary means foundation course, primary education, middle school education. Minimum it is expected because in mother tongue you will understand the concepts very well. So I need not explain you what is the importance of mother tongue because mother language is students are learning by heart. And that's why they have recommended that this education should be in mother tongue. But 3 language formula started right from 6th standard. Means next 3 stage. 5 plus 3, then next 3, 6, 7, 8. Here they suggested 3 language formula. 1, mother tongue. Second, any state, other state language. Not necessarily Hindi. A student of Marathi can learn Gujarati, can learn Kannada. A student of Kannada can learn Tamil or learn any other language, Odisha, like that. Any other state language. And third, any other international language, not necessarily English. You can learn French, you can learn German, you can learn Spanish, like that, as per the choice of the student and availability of teachers and school's capacity. So 3 language formula introduced again. It is from 6th standard. And one more addition in school education they made, that is skill education, right from 6th standard. Because the criticism, as I told you, that was the more serious criticism on our education system, that your students are not employable. 85% engineers are not employable in India. Such type of articles published, we read it. So how to make them employable? They must have some skill. And so right from 6th standard, they introduce skill education and student will learn some hands-on skill or some other skills also. They have given very big list. Even skill universities are also started in India. Only skill universities to impart skill education to all the students. And once they get skill, no, they will get confidence. Yes, I can do something. Today, after passing BA, BSc, BCom, students are saying that a little bit frustrated they are. They said, we don't know anything. And whenever their interviews were taken and they are admitted in the different institutions, organizers say that we need to take another training for such students. So some companies are taking training program 1 month, 2 months as per their requirement, because they observe that whatever the students pass out from universities and colleges, they don't know anything, and that's why they were started already their own training institutes, which are still in functioning. And so, to create equitable society, you need to give quality education and skill education to all. Because unless and until you give skill, they cannot earn anything. And if they don't earn anything, then they cannot become equitable. First, make them financially strong, livelihood. They must be in a position to earn something for themselves, for their families. Then they are, you can say, okay, they are coming to equal level. So, equitability, if you want to establish, first you make them financially stable, financially self sufficient. And for that, they need skill education and quality education. Without that, nobody will be a self sufficient. And so, accountability, affordability, as I said, you these are the things we are discussing right from beginning. And so, anyway, 2020 says that these are the things which we need to develop among our students. So 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Here, they have added one more important point, value education, which is a new thought. Previously, in some schools and colleges, value education chapters included, no doubt. But now, this has become main thrust area, that we should give value education to our students. Every student after age of 18, when he come to the higher educational institutions, colleges and universities, he is a citizen of India today because his age is 18. And when his age is 18, he is a voter of India. When I was student at that time, 21 years was the age for becoming a voter. I work in student organization. We in student organization demanded that make it 18. Why not? College students should get voting right. I passed becoming at the age of 21 and then I become voter. But nowadays, because of the students' demand, Rajiv Gandhi, when he was the prime minister at that time, he accepted that demand and he amended the constitution and he said age 18 is enough for becoming including name in voter list. So after completing your age 18, you are eligible to register your name as a voter. So when you are a voter, you are a college student at the same time. And so slogan came out that today's students are today's citizens. When I was student, we were listening, you are citizens of tomorrow. अब कल देश के संतान है, कल के देश के संतान है. आज आप बच्चे हो, कल आप देश के संतान, कल आप देश के नागरिक बनोगे. ये हम सुनते थे. नाउ वी आर लिसनिंग, नो नो नो, यू आर स्टूडेंट्स टुडे, यू आर सिटीजन्स टुडे. आज का विद्यार्थी आज का नागरिक है. स्टूडेंट्स टुडे, सिटीजन्स टुडे. This slogan came in reality now. We are observing this. And so when he is a citizen of India, you must know what are his constitutional rights and what are his responsibilities also. Constitutional rights are there as well as constitutional responsibilities are also there. Goes hand in hand. So we cannot talk only about rights. We must talk about our responsibility also. And so after the age of 18, when you are a citizen of India, you need to accept certain responsibilities. And that's why it is said that to make student competent, make student equitable, make student strong. All these things are necessary in education system. And so value education is needed, because unless and until you teach them some values, core values of India, they cannot become good citizens. They are citizens of today, so they should become good citizens. What are the good citizens quality? Simple thing. Not I will go into much detail, but simple thing, we expect that student must have respect to his parents, respect about teachers, respect about neighbors, respect about all religions, respect about all languages. That we need to inculcate among the students right from his school life. That I am responsible, I am citizen of India, and as per constitution, this is my duty and this is my responsibility to pay respect to all religions, all caste, all creed, all languages, all cultures. This is expected. And so that's why this value education is needed, because family system is our base. And he must have respect about his own family as well as neighbors also. In which area he is staying, in which society he is staying, he must have respect about that. So that value education is needed. And so giving value education means explaining his भारतीय values. भारतीय values क्या है? भारत का सबसे ज्यादा दुनिया को जो पहचान है वो वैल्यू कौन सी है? So that is our family, because student is developed in families also. Not only in school and education he is taking education, he is taking education in his families also. So what is family culture? How family members are behaving with each another? What are their relations to each another? These are things affecting on students. And so we need to teach them that whenever you are a member of the family, what are your responsibilities? How you should have good relations, cordial relations with all your family members, all your neighbors, all your student friends in your class, all your student friends in your school or in your college. This is called value education. So make him strong, make him good citizen. That is our aim. And it is possible only through this such type of value education. And so this structural change I told you right from age 3 to age 18. And last stage is means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is a school education. And in school education, it is said that one compulsory skill education paper he must have. And semester stream is introduced. So students should not take tension about the exams. Semester system is introduced. That 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, after passing 12th, at the age of 18, he is eligible to take admission in higher education. So up to school level, I told you structure. What is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4? So three language formula, skill education, value education, then experience oriented education, project based education. All these things are explained in detail. I will not go into that detail. But what you should do in school education also given in detail. But we are trying to understand what are the highlights of this education policy. And then we'll come to the higher education. This is also, there are also some drastical changes in structural part. What are the structural changes here also? We were having 3-year degree course. Today also we are having 3-year degree course in school, colleges and universities. Now they have opened it 3 as well as 4-year degree course. 4-year degree course is honor degree or research degree. 3-year degree course is general. So up to 12th, it is a school education. After passing 12th, student will come to higher education. And our expectation that it should be 50% minimum. And so achieving this aim, they kept it open 7 years period. That once student take admission in higher education, up to 7 years, he can complete his degree education. 7 years span is given to the student. And in that period, if he pass first year, he will get certificate. Means there is a pre-exit and pre-entry. Pre-entry and pre-exit concept is introduced that within this 7 years you should complete your 3 years or 4 years degree course. 3 year degree course for all. First year, if you pass and if you want to stop your education, you will get certificate. Then if you complete second year and if you stop your education, you will get diploma. And if you complete 3 year degree education, third year education, 3 years education in higher education system, then you will get degree. But this is normal degree. And if you complete fourth year degree course, then you will get honors degree. Now, fourth year degree course is not open to all. They have mentioned some quality benchmark that those who secure more than 75% marks may be eligible to honor degree or research degree. And fourth year degree course is research or honors, where 2 semesters he is learning, semester 7 and 8. In these 2 semesters, minimum 1 semester, he must have work on experience. Apprenticeship training program is compulsory. He has to take his 1 semester education in some organization, in some industry, what type of education he is taking. And it is the responsibility of the educational institute to make provision for that. So when you are opening fourth year degree course to some students, educational institutions' prime responsibility is this to make provisions to all such students to get apprenticeship training in some organization. And student will work in that organization, and after working that, he will submit some project what he learned in that organization, and it will be evaluated in the college or in that industry, and on the basis of that he gets some credits, and then his degree is awarded. So that is very good opportunity to the students to work in the organization. Suppose he joins some bank, if he is a commerce or science student, and if he joins some bank for apprenticeship training, and his 6 months training is really useful to him, and if bank found him suitable to work, bank may offer him direct recruitment later. Direct recruitment, bank can take it. So he will be admitted or he will be absorbed in the organization as a permanent employee. That facility is given because 6 months he is working in that organization, and if organization is happy with his work, they may offer him and he may join that organization. So employability problem may be solved after that individual. That is expectation. So here industry and educational interaction is needed. All professional organizations and educational institutes should come together, should have some common platform, and they should exchange their ideas. And so therefore this fourth year degree course is introduced, and fourth year research degree is also introduced. In research course, fourth year, entire year, student is supposed to work on the research, no lectures. Like PhD student, he will go on collecting data, survey, analysis, etc. And final year paper will be based on that research methodologies also. And he will get research degree. What is the advantage of it? One student get research degree, directly he is eligible to take admission for PhD course. He need not go for post graduation. After fourth year degree course, if research degree he completes, he is eligible to take admission directly for PhD. For other students, they will not get direct admission for PhD. They need to complete post graduation. Now here also there is a change. Post graduation two types. Those who will complete 3 year degree course, they have to go 2 years PG course, like today's structure. And those who will complete fourth year degree course, honor degree, they will complete only within 1 year PG course. Means 4+1. And here 3+2. Both avenues are open. And those who are doing fourth year research degree course, he directly can take admission for PhD. He did not go for He need not go for PG. So these are the facilities available to the students. Many times, those who are chartered accountants or company secretaries, those who have passed all India exams, they were not given admission for PhD in some universities, many universities, because post graduation is compulsory for PG, doing PhD. So if you are a chartered accountant, you are not postgraduate, so you are not eligible for PhD admission. That was the answer given by universities. Now that you can see, a condition will not be there. If you are completing fourth year degree course, you are eligible to take research degree, of course. You are eligible to directly take admission for PhD. These are the benefits available to the student. So student can think in the first year only while taking admission, what I want to do. Whether I am having research liking, I will go for 4 year research degree course. If I want honor degree, I will go for honor degree course. No, I am happy with this common facilities. Then 3 year degree course, 2 years PG course, or after completing 3 year degree course, he can start his own business or he can go for his own employment. That is expected. And so to reduce dropout ratio, this 7 years gap is given to the student, particularly girl student. It is very beneficial because after the age of 18, when girl student comes to the colleges, she complete first year or second year, and she get married. Once she get married, she transfer from one place to another place, and then she may not be in a position to continue her education. So she has to take break. So in such a case, the girl student can take break, but whatever if she has completed first year, she will get certificate minimum. In today's scenario, if you complete first year, second year, third year, you don't get any certificate. Only you get directly degree, either 12th star pass or BA, BSc, BCom. In between, if you complete 1 2 years, it is not counted. Now in new system, it will be counted, and you will get certificate or diploma like that. And so after taking 2 year break, 3 years break, you can come back to a higher education institute and you can complete your remaining 1 year and you get degree. So it is very convenient to girl student because after marriage they may take 2 3 years break in their education, but after completing their primary responsibility after marriage, if they want to continue their higher education, they are welcome in this system. And so dropout ratio will come down and students will complete their degree education well in time. That is expected. And so this 7 years period is given, that gap is given, though it is 3 year degree course, but you can complete it within 7 years also. You are most welcome in higher education institute again. So to reduce the dropout rate, because we have to increase our GER, and so government, this policy document says that make students friendly, convenient. Now another basic change introduced in higher education, that is credit system, choice based credit system, CBCS, choice based credit system, CBCS. It is already started in most of the universities this year. What is choice-based credit system? All in autonomous colleges, private universities, cluster universities, central university, choice-based credit system started. In state universities also. In Maharashtra, I am aware that all state universities started this credit system and choice-based credit system. Now, this is again important point that if I took admission in commerce, I need to complete only commerce education. I was not allowed to take history, though I like it. I was not allowed to take physics, though I like it. No, you are commerce student, you cannot take these subjects. Science student, science subject. Art student, art subject. Commerce student, commerce subject. So एक दीवार खड़ी थी बीच में. Very tough, you can say, bifurcation was not so strong, and no free movement, no free entry to other discipline. Now this higher education system made it simple, and they said that you should have 132 credits, 120 to 132 credits in 3 years, means 40 credits per year. 120, 140, 40, 40, 120 minimum, maximum 132. If you acquire these credits, you will get degree. And now here they have given autonomy to the colleges and to students that he can take some subject as per his choice. I am a commerce student, but I am interested in history. So I can lose one commerce subject and I can take history as my favorite subject. And I will get 4 credits for that. 2 credits, 4 credits. If I do yoga, for example, yoga, some students are doing yoga, but it is not counted in today's degree culture. Tomorrow's degree culture, if you complete yoga 1 year or 2 year, you will get some credits. 2 credits 1 year, 2 credits another year. 4 credits you can acquire from yoga, 4 credits you can acquire from history, and remaining credits means majority more than 50% credit you should take from your mother faculty. Means if you are a science student, major subject you should take from science faculty. Some minor subject you can take from other faculty. It is called interdisciplinary approach or multidisciplinary approach. That is another benefit to the students, multidisciplinary approach. Now, if I took admission in commerce college, I am free to learn some art subject, some science subject, some engineering subject, some medical subject also. That is freedom given to the student. And if facility is available there, student can take that education. So some education institutes started giving such type of freedom to student this year. For example, engineering student can learn economics, medical student can learn management, because economics, management, these are the subject useful to them also. But today they are not learning in their syllabus. Tomorrow they will learn. So this choice-based credit system and multidisciplinary approach, these are two very radical changes in the higher education system, which was not there, totally absent in 75 years. First time in this 21st century, because of this policy, this avenue is open to our students. And that's why, UGC came out with one document, service conditions of teachers. They have published one document. Debate is going on in the nation. You might have discussed about it. That now they are saying that teachers should remain 8 hours in colleges. At present, as per our service rule, we need to stay 5 hours in campus. Now, new AUC regulation, which is a draft published and comments are invited up to 5th February. You should give your comments also on that. Now they are saying teachers will be there 8 hours. Why? Because of this multidisciplinary approach, there was a criticism or complaints came to UGC that what about our workload? Because if a science student takes some subject of arts faculty or some subject of commerce faculty, our science workload will reduce and teacher will become surplus. Same fear is there in commerce teachers, same fear is there in art teachers. And so now UGC thought over it, I think, and they said, no, it is not faculty based. Science student also can teach psychology. If he is competent to teach psychology, a science MSc physics teacher, and if he has taken some course of psychology, he will be allowed to teach psychology. He will be allowed to teach history. So multidisciplinary approach not for only students, it is open for teachers also. So nobody will be surplus. That is their idea. That teacher once recruited, he should not have fear in mind that I am physics teacher and if student don't take physics as a minor subject, only major student remain with here and minor subject they will take some other subjects. So what about my workload? Need not worry. UGC has given guarantee that till retirement your workload problem is solved because you can teach other subject also, or you can do some social activities, some administrative work also. That new service teachers rules are saying like that college principal may allot administrative responsibilities to teachers. So suppose your workload is reduced there, they will give you some other administrative functions like exam, like admission, like tours, like making MOUs with other organizations, sending your student to other country students, student exchange program. There are so many avenues are open to the teachers, and teachers will be involved in all these activities now. And that's why this 8 hours, I think, policy may be there. Because unless and until teacher is there on campus, how he can perform all these things? So only teaching in the classroom, chalk and talk method will be abolished. No chalk and talk method. Now there are smartphones, no blackboard. In my 40 years teaching service, I use chalk and talk method. Chalk and talk method only. To go to the class, take 4 lectures every day, and take 4 lectures every day, and taking exam, finish. So that was the culture when I got retired 8 years before. Now you are the in scenario, you will face some new culture now, new scenario. Now, like company or like government organizations, you will be in the campus for 8 hours. I don't know whether it will be finalized or not, but teachers' unions are objecting that no, no, 5 hours is okay. They may come down to 5 hours, but they may say 3 hours you can do works outside college campus, which is already in practice today. Most of the unaided institutes, I am observing teachers are working more than 8 hours. Aided institutes only, we are working 5 years, but unaided institutes, self-finance institutes, they are working full time. In IT, IT sector, they are getting salary in lakhs of rupees, but their working hours are 10 hours per day. Morning 9 to late in the night also they are working. We are observing this in young generation, what they are working. So that will come in our field also, I think, because teacher should be available 24 by 7 to the students. So your working hours will increase. You may not be in the campus, but you should be available to the students, to the educational institutes. So that is avenue open. So workload formula, because of these structural changes, there is a fear all over India in teachers' mind that what about workload? We will get surplus. We don't remain in the job. My subject is not offered by students. Where I will be. So I think UGC has come out with that solution that once you are recruited, you are protected. You need not worry. Only you take care some other areas of the student development. So this is good thing as per my opinion. We must welcome that suggestion because teacher should also be multidisciplinary. You are not only expert physics means only in physics. You should have some interest in music. You should have some interest in sports. You should have some interest in other performing arts or other arts where your knowledge will be useful to the student. So this is another structural change is going on with Academic Bank of Credit now, ABC, already come up. ABC already established, and you will find UGC has developed one portal for that. And in Maharashtra, most of the universities have registered their students' name on this portal, and students are having account of ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. Means if I take 40 credits, will be deposited in my bank. If I take 1 year break and I go to Kolkata from Pune to Kolkata, I can complete some credit there and I can deposit in the bank. And whenever 120 credits are deposited, I will get degree certificate. So it is very easy for the student, those who are moving from one place to another place. For example, central government employees, corporate employees, they are transferred from one place to another place. And so once they transfer from Pune to Delhi or Delhi to Hyderabad, uh, it is difficult for today's student to continue their education. But in this, because of this ABC facility, now he can go to Hyderabad also from Delhi. No problem. There will be no any obstacle in students' education. Student is free to complete his education with this ABC because Academic Bank of Credit is there. Like bank deposits, you are depositing money in any bank and withdrawing anywhere. Like that, you are depositing credits anywhere. And once you complete your sufficient credits, you will be degree awarded by you. So this is second multi-language and multi-disciplinary approach we are introducing in higher education system. Then third change is in exam system. Total change in exam system. What is change in exam system? Continuous education of the student. That is the slogan of 21st century. Continuous assessment. How you go for continuous assessment? So Now some universities have come out with 50-50 formula. Some universities have come out with 70-30 formula. It depends upon the university. That freedom is given to the universities or autonomous colleges. Now there are three type of universities again. One, research oriented universities, research intensive universities, where only research work will go on, like National Chemical Laboratory or all national repute institutes. Then second is teaching intensive universities, where 50% teaching, 60% teaching, 40% research will go on, like today's university structure. 80% teaching, 20% research is going on in some universities, right? And third is degree giving colleges. They want, today there are 45,000 colleges in India. They want to bring down it up to 15,000 colleges only. They don't want small colleges, 300 students, 500 sing. Out of 45,000 colleges, 15,000 colleges are there where student strength is less than 500. So what about their existence? Because policy doesn't recommend such policy. They say minimum strength of the college should be 3,000. 3,000. Now those who are having 500, 700, 1,000 strength, what will be their status tomorrow? So they UGC came out with some solution to it also, and they said you go for cluster culture, cluster colleges, cluster universities. Means suppose in one city there are 3-4 colleges, maximum 5 colleges can come together and they can form cluster university. Means in within one district, now they made area also more bigger, not one city, one district. In one district, there are suppose 3 to 4 colleges are small colleges having strength 300, 400. They can come together and they can form cluster university. So minimum strength 3,000 will be there and they will get degree of their own university. So this college structure they want to abolish. Degree giving college means every college will be university up to 2040. And still there are 15 years more. They kept some roadmap for that. And so three types of universities will remain, that research intensive universities, teaching intensive universities, and third is degree giving colleges. And in these degree giving colleges, now you should have your own examination system. All this, today under one university there are 500, 600 colleges affiliated. Now tomorrow such situation they don't want. Every college should have their own exam system, and that exam is continuous assessment. So you can, after 1 month completing one syllabus part, you can take immediately exam of the student. You can take oral exam, you can take written exam, you can ask the student to prepare project on it, submit it, you can evaluate that. So freedom is given to the teachers again. Teacher will decide what is the assessment methodology. Of course, with the principal discussion, with the permission of the principal, there must be academic council of your college, there must be a faculty of your college. You can discuss in your academic council, you can discuss in your faculty, and you can design your own evaluation methodology, own evaluation system. It is continuous evaluation. So students should not have bearing that, oh, at the end of March end, there is an exam and there is a fear in students' mind how to appear for paper. I don't have prepared, I have not read out. So that tension will be taken away. This new assessment system. Students should remain in the educational field, in educational culture with enjoyment. He should enjoy this educational culture, he should enjoy this education field, and he should complete his degree course with full happiness. That is expectation. And so don't keep tension of exam on students. Go on continuous assessment, go on evaluating student, and once you have evaluated, if you find that these are the discrepancies in your study, you can guide the student well in time, right in time, and you ask the student to recover that, to overcome that. And so this is very attractive, I think, taking into consideration students' view that student will really remain in the structure. He will not drop out, will come down. Because many students sometimes discouraged to go for further education. They don't want to continue their education because of that exam fear. So that exam fear we will take away because of this continuous assessment programs. And so multi-language formula is also suggested in higher education also. You can take education in mother tongue, you can take in national any other state language, or you can take education in foreign language, means English. Mostly in India, most of the universities and colleges are giving their education in English. And so basic idea is high quality research is expected from among the students because we are lagging behind, as I told you, in AI, artificial intelligence. America and China are ahead. We are still on primary stage. Today only, thanks to government, our information minister said that India is also developing our own AI. Thanks to our, because our students are very intelligent students. They are serving abroad and they are giving their services to foreign companies. And on the basis of their merit, they are developing AI. So why not we should take benefit of our own students, all brilliant child, chap. And that's why minister said that India is also working on it, and our students, our brilliant chap will develop AI for India here only. So we need not depend on America or China. Now question comes, it should be quality work again, and quality work will not be there unless and until there is a research. And so that's why there's a research intensive universities are suggested. There are no research universities today in India, but tomorrow you will find there will be a research universities only. They are doing only research. Such type of AI problems you can solve through research only. So continuous research will go on and they will give their inputs to the other universities, other educational institutions. On the basis of that, quality development will take place. That is expectation. And so, research oriented education is a primary importance of this new policy. And so, they suggested separate establishment of such universities also. Again, research oriented universities will be there, but other universities and colleges are not prohibited from research. On the contrary, it is suggested that other universities and autonomous colleges or these degree giving colleges also should encourage research in their area. That is recommended by the policy document. You go for research and develop this research among the students right from their graduation level, undergraduate level. When they are undergraduate level, try to develop their research abilities. And so research grants are there, and so RUSA and all other institutes have established, and they have decided to establish NIRF, National Institute of Research. National Institute of Research and NIRF framework is also ready, and the National Institute of Research will provide funds for that type of research. So these are the changes coming in higher education system after this 75 years struggle. Taking into consideration 21st century's challenges, make our students able, make our students competent to face these challenges in future. And for that, you need such type of drastic changes in education system as it is, right from Montessori education to degree, PG, research degree education. Postgraduate degree, research degree, you will get after such type of changes. When students will go through this, they will enjoy this educational journey. They will not be left out from higher education, no dropout, and GER will also increase up to 50%. It is more than 65% in developed countries. But in our country, it is less than 30%. So we want to increase it up to 50%. And that's why such type of changes are made that make the students accountable to the society also. As I told you, accountability is a quality. Students are also accountable. Teachers are accountable. Education institutes are accountable. Whatever you have learned are really you are implementing in your life or not. That is important. And so, holistic approach we need to develop among our students. So, national research framework, I told you, NRF, national research framework is prepared. And national research funding institute will be there. National research funding will be also there. So, on the basis of that, we want to develop holistic approach. Holistic approach means world is one now. Vishwa Bandhutva Kalpana. That is our own Bharat centric education thought. India Bharat centric education means what? What is ethos of education? What is Bharatiya ethos? सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु माँ कश्चित् दुःखम् आप्नुयात्. ये हमारी प्रेयर है. दिस इज आवर प्रेयर. सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु, सबको सुखी रखो, सबको अच्छा धन मिले, सर्वे विघ्न संतु सर्वे संतु निरामया, सबको अच्छा आरोग्य लाभ मिले. ये हमारी कामना है, ये हमारी प्रार्थना है. और इसके आधार पर हम हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में ये वैल्यू बेस्ड एजुकेशन सिस्टम देकर हम बच्चों को आगे लेना चाहते हैं, बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं. सो दिस इज आवर डेवलपमेंट एजेंडा एंड दिस इज ग्लोबल एजुकेशनल development agenda also we have accepted, we signed it, the global development agenda, and on the basis of that we are going further. So what is that global development agenda and what we are going to do in different areas, that we will take in the second lecture. We'll take 5 minutes break with all your participants permission, and then again after 5-10 minutes we'll start, where I will go for second part of it. What is the implementation, how to implement this policy and what are the obstacles in it and how to overcome that I will cover in the second lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Shall we start? Hello. All participants are there? 47 participants. Okay. I will start with, yes, we will start with second. Yes. Now I discuss about the structure. What is the structure and what we should follow? Now we are going second part of it. Very important part of this NEP, National NEP 2020 is, as I told you, it is Bharat centric. It is Bharat centric means what? It is Bharat centric means what we have forgotten in last 150 years. We want to do research on it. First, we have to do research our old knowledge. Aryabhatta, who gave zero to the world, Chanakya, Aryabhatta, Gargi, these are our philosophers. Rabindranath Tagore, Vivekananda, they are they have given they were accepted by all over the world as a guru. Vivekananda in 19th century, in 20th century went to USA. So many followers are still following Vivekananda's thought. He delivered lectures over there. And he delivered lectures on Bhartiyatva. Hindutva means Bhartiyatva. What is Bhartiyatva? Indian ethos. You may follow any religion in India. That doesn't mind. But you are Indian first. And don't forget Indian knowledge. Indian knowledge में जो है, that is Upanishada, Vedas, Chanakya, Arya Chanakya Niti. What is Arya Chanakya Niti? We should think about our workers. ये बात तो आर्य चाणक्य ने पहली की. Tata, including Tata till today, right from Arya Chanakya to Tata. भारतीयत्व जो है वो भारत की उपनिषद में है, वेदान में है, गीता में है. Now our Prime Minister Modi ji started giving present Gita book to all foreign dignitaries. Whenever they came to India, what we were giving to our foreign dignitaries? Taj Mahal. We were giving Taj Mahal. And so Modi ji changed this. He started giving Gita, Bhagavad Gita. And now Bhagavad Gita, 18 their adhyay, are taught in many countries of the world. Sanskrit is the language which is very convenient to the computer also. Sanskrit lectures are going on in America, in England, in Germany, in France. And when they read about this Indian literature, Bharatiya Tattvajnan, जो वेदों में है, जो उपनिषद में है, जो योगा में है, जो योगा is accepted by all over the world. It is the भारतीयत्व, भारत gift to the world to keep you निरामय. आपको निरोगी रखने के लिए ज्यादा कुछ जरूरी नहीं है. बस योगा, परफॉर्म योगा in your own house, own home. You need not go to gym and spend thousands of rupees for that. ये भारतीयत्व है. Early in the morning, wake up early in the morning. Devote some time for own your health. Go for walk, go for yoga, go for Surya Namaskar. Now Surya Namaskar competitions are going on. This is Bharatiyatva that we would like to reflect in our education curriculum, education system. And so we need to develop Indian knowledge system, IKS, Indian knowledge system. Every chapter, UGC already recommended it, that in every subject, Indian thinkers have thought over it. रामायण महाभारत से आप देखेंगे तो उसमें जो अच्छी चीज है, जो which we can follow. Of course, we need to go in detail researching for that. You need to develop, you have to study all these Ramayana Mahabharata stories with as a research student mind and find out what is strong in that. What Arya Chanakya said. So he never said that you are the trustees. Trusteeship Kalpana, Mahatma Gandhi ji given to the world. Trusteeship. We have Trust Act. What is trusteeship concept? This is our own concept given by Mahatma Gandhi. What Vivekananda said, if you want to see God, you see any poor person. If you serve any poor person, you are serving God. God is not away from poor person. हर एक गरीब में आप भगवान का रूप देख सकते हो. तो भगवान की पूजा आपको करनी है, भगवान का दर्शन लेना है, तो गरीब की सेवा करो. दिस इज इंडियन कल्चर, दिस इज भारतीय इथॉस. गरीब की सेवा करना ये धर्म प्राप्ति है. ये दिस इज योर धर्म यानी कर्म. धर्म यानी कर्म. व्हाट इज योर ड्यूटी? And that's why in Indian literature it is said, Pitru Runa, Matru Runa, Acharya. We said, our prayer, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Means we are telling our student to respect your mom, respect your mother, respect your father, and respect your teachers. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. और एक जोड़ा है, अतिथि देवो भव. अतिथि का मतलब वही है जो तिथि न देते आपके घर आता है, वो अतिथि. Without giving any date, suddenly he comes to your door. How you will welcome him? Or will you say, no, 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 I don't have time, I have to go. You have not taken my appointment, you have not given phone call. तो आप, इसका मतलब आप भगवान से दूर है. अतिथि देवो, अतिथि को देव माना है. अतिथि देवो भव. जो आया, हाँ, हमारे यहाँ तिथि न देते हुए जो आया वो अतिथि. Without giving any debt, when he comes to your door, you should welcome. स्मितहास्य से उसका स्वागत करो. This is Indian ethos. भारतीयत्व का मतलब ये है. विश्व बंधुत्व की कल्पना संत ज्ञानेश्वर महाराष्ट्र wrote पसायदान. पसायदान इज विश्व बंधुत्व का गाना है, विश्व बंधुत्व की प्रार्थना है. एंड सो इन गीता ऑल्सो इट इज रेड, कर्मण्य वाधिका रस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. व्हाट डज इट मीन? You do your duty first. Don't expect for reward and fruits for that. You do your duty first. Respect and reward will come automatically. Respect not demanded, it is commanded. And you will command respect when you will do your duty first. आप किसी भी संस्था में काम करते हो, if you are doing your service sincerely, honestly, तो आने वाला जो कोई नागरिक है वो बोलेगा ये बहुत बड़े ईमानदार ऑफिसर है, ईमानदार कर्मचारी. So ये आपका आशीर्वाद है, आपको मिला हुआ. And so do your duty first, do your service first. And we are teaching our students that God don't ढूंढो. भगवान को इधर उधर मत ढूंढो. भगवान मंदिर में नहीं है, भगवान कहीं नहीं है. भगवान गोर गरीब में वास्तव करता है. जो हमारे संत महात्मा हो गए, राइट फ्रॉम विवेकानंद, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर, कृष्णमाचारी, you read everybody's literature, the minimum common program is this, that do service of poor. Those who have and have nots. We have two things, haves and have nots. Till today in 21st century we are facing this problem. कुछ लोगों के पास बहुत संपत्ति है, कुछ लोगों के पास नहीं है. Today, Chidambaram statement I read in newspaper that 1% people own 40% wealth in the country. 1% people own 40% wealth in the country. What does it mean? इसका मतलब ये है कि विषमता बहुत है. There is a big difference between rich and poor. Some are really having so many things with them, and some do not have even basic also good, basic things. And so they gave that how many people are having, you see, people are learning many things, that some people are very rich. For example, some 7 families, industrial families, are controlling maximum wealth of this nation. For example, I will give you 10% wealth of GDP is governed by Reliance company only. 40% by 5 big industries group. That's why he said 40% wealth is owned by very few groups. 5 big companies, 5 big industries. 25.75 lakh crores property, which is the 10% of our GDP, is owned by Reliance. 7.13 lakhs Bajaj, 5.37 lakh Birla, 4.71 Jindal, 4.30 Nadar. So if you see, it is 18%, 10% plus this. If you go up to total 40%. So 40% wealth, if is occupied by only 10 families, 10 groups, big groups, and rest of the 90% people are having only 60%. So this gap is there. Rich and poor gap is very heavy in India, and we need to overcome with this. Today also I'm observing, and you also teachers observing those who are grantable college. If you work as an assistant professor in grantable college, your beginning salary is 1 lakh. And those who are near retirement, their salary is more than 2.5 lakh, 3 lakh principal. And if you go to in same education institute, there is an unaided section. If you see what is their salary, means you are getting 3 lakh and they are not getting 30,000 also. So this gap is really very touching point, and it is in every sector that some groups are having too much power, too much wealth in their hand, and majority section of India do not have that much wealth. So how to make them equal? उनके अभी हाथ में wealth कैसे आए? That's why you need to give them skills. You have to give education. You have to give skill education to them. Unless and until you give skill education to them, their wealth power will not increase. Most of the people, when come for interviews, they don't have any skill. So they are not selected, they are rejected, they are not employable. We have to make our students employable. And you will make your students employable if you provide them skills. And that's why from sixth standard, skill education is suggested. Sixth standard. That minimum one skill you should have. You should have minimum hand skill, carpenter, painter, construction employees, some skill they have. And that skill will give them livelihood. Some skills related to machine, for example, computer, artificial intelligence. Now it is said that most of the jobs in 21st century, unskilled jobs, will be done by machine. You don't require manpower for that. Even in some country, driverless buses are there. In India, it is not yet, but driverless buses are there. Some jobs will be taken away, some simple jobs, unskilled job will be taken away by machines. Robots will do that. And only intelligent jobs will be available to the man. And that's why artificial intelligence is very important. Machine learning is very important. Data analysis is very important. These are the new avenues where we need to prepare our students. If they don't have such skills, they will be nowhere in tomorrow's market. My generation don't know how to use even mobiles or smartphones. Your generation competent to do that. Your more young generation, they don't go to bank. They do everything on mobile banking transaction. They don't see bank face also. My son told me, I went to the bank, I opened my account, I took ATM card, I took checkbook, I took all banking online transaction details, and now I don't want to go to bank. He's not going to the bank. But old people are going to the bank, filling forms, etc., because they are not accustomed with this computerized technology. Now, smartphone are in your hands. In when I was working in college, first pager came, pager. Then booth phone came. Then you see how business going on changing. Booth phone, there were booth, and you put 1 rupee coin and you speak 3 minutes. Again 1 rupee coin, speak 3 minutes more. Now you don't find such booths anywhere. Within 10, 15 years, that generation lost. No booth, no pager, now mobile came, internet came, no wire connection, wireless connection. So these are the developments taking place because of machines and because of technology. And we need to make our student and develop our skills amongst them as per the system. So system impart, and that's why your teaching profession will change now in coming 10, 15 years, I think. No much lecturing in the classroom. Less lectures and more practicals, more work on experience, more guidance, more personal consultation. So why teachers 8 hours needed there? Because you don't take 20 lectures now in a week. When I was teacher, my workload was 20 lectures. Head of the department, 18 lectures. Professor, 16 lectures. Now this criteria will change. You take only 6 lectures in a week. But rest of the time, you need to develop on research. You concentrate on research. You concentrate on developing examination system, evaluation system, guidance the students, and inculcating among them some skills. So important impart must lead to tens of millions of jobs, works, and livelihood opportunities. You have to give guidance, proper guidance. Now, the day before yesterday, I read one article, good article. Now, all jobs will not be available to everyone. So, three types of skills he said. That first you inculcate hand-on skills, like I told you, wiring or painting, carpenting, these work where they will earn good money. Second, machine skills, where you can operate machines, you can operate computers, AI, etc. And third, ask them to go for small or middle scale industries, entrepreneur. So our students are lacking behind. So we need to develop our student that go and become entrepreneur, job giver, not job seeker. Some skills will give you job seeking opportunities. You will seek job, you will get job, 25,000, 50,000, you will earn. But are you aware that you can also create jobs? So ask our students to think in that direction. And the third stage is small scale and middle scale industries we need to develop through our students. Promote student to start some production industry, which is needed here. And for that, you must go on for research again. Do some research, take patents of it, and once you take patent, make that patent applicable patent. If you took patent and if it is not applicable, what is the use of your research then? Patent right you have. So research is also a earning source. ये बच्चों को बताना चाहिए. Because you do basic research and if you earn patents, you will get royalty. You ask some financer to support that patent. A financer will use your patent, will start production, and whatever money he will earn, you will get royalty. Like books writer today getting royalty. You are an author, suppose you wrote some book, so you get royalty. You don't print book, you don't publish it, you don't sell it. It is done by publisher, bookseller. But who gets royalty? Author gets royalty. So writing books and publishing it, these are two separate activities. And that's why we need to develop our student this innovative idea that you can go for developing these things in future, because this is the time now, because world is coming nearer and some skilled persons are only invited. I will give you one example of Maharashtra. Recently, our Maharashtra education minister signed MOU with German government. German delegation came to Mumbai and they interacted with our HRD ministry and they said we want 4 lakh people in next 5 years, 4 lakh. And what is the condition? They put two conditions. One, they must know German language first. And second, they must have one skill, minimum one skill, either motor repairing, motor driving, electrician, carpentry. They have given list of 192 skills. We need persons in that. So you give them just 6 months skill training, 1 year skills training, 2 year skill training, and develop your students and taught them German. So whenever they will land in Germany, they need not go for any application. Job we will give in India in their hand, job letter. They will give appointment letter in India. They will come here. They will take your interviews. They will speak with you in German language. and they test your skills and they will give immediately appointment order. So whenever you will fly to Germany, you need not search for job. Job is waiting for you there, and they need 4 lakh students. So we have to teach our student that you have to go abroad. World is waiting for you. This is the strength of India because India is having very young population, and this demographic dividend we have. And if you want to earn that demographic dividend, we have to train our young students with some skills. And so innovation is very necessary because innovation converts knowledge into wealth and social good. So that's why government said that every university must have innovative clubs, innovation clubs, incubation centers and innovation centers. Compulsory. You should have innovation and incubation center because that converts your skill into wealth and good, social good. So if you want to reduce the gap between rich and poor, why he is rich? Because he is the entrepreneur. He is ready to take risk and he knows his vision is definitely a good one. He is a visionary what we can sell in the market. So first he should have vision and he should have ready to take hard work, and third he should have some skill and taking responsibility. Risk taking responsibility if you develop, they will become entrepreneur. And once you become entrepreneur, your wealth will be with you. So wealth with whom? Who can travel in four wheelers? Businessman, industrialist. Who can travel by plane? Businessman, industrialist, or top class officers, IAS officers, IPS officers. They are traveling through cars, they are traveling through aeroplanes, they are staying with big bungalows, big apartments. Their standard of living is very high because they all are industrialists. They are businessmen. Those who are working class, they don't have such facilities. They are traveling on scooter or traveling in auto rickshaw because their income is limited. With limited income, they cannot have such type of high facilities or high, you can say, positions. And that's why we need to develop among our students that don't think small. Low aim is a crime. This is management principle. Low aim is a crime. Don't keep low aim. Keep your aim high. I want to become Tata. I want to become Birla. Keep such high aim among our students unless and until, and it is not so easy to become Tata and Arla because you have to take hard efforts for that. कोई लता मंगेशकर एक दिन में नहीं बनती. You try to read her background. पूर फैमिली से आई थी, रेंटेड हाउस में रहती थी, चार चार पांच बहनें इकट्ठा रहती थी, फादर का लॉस हुआ था. इफ यू रीड ऑल द स्टोरीज रिटन बाय हृदयनाथ मंगेशकर, दी मंगेशकर फैमिलीज, उनका बचपन बड़ा खराब था. दे डोंट हैव इवन सफिशिएंट फूड टू ईट. स्मॉल रूम में रहते थे, कर्ज बाजार, लोन हो गया था ऊपर. बट देयर आर्ट, देयर डेडिकेशन टू आर्ट. लता दीदी कोई यूनिवर्सिटी की ग्रेजुएट नहीं बनी, बट उसको भारत रत्न मिला. एंड उसके नाम से अध्यासन चल रहा है यूनिवर्सिटीज में. मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी में लता मंगेशकर अध्यासन, लता मंगेशकर चेयर, लता मंगेशकर सेंटर. सो सी, you should have some art, some skill, some art, some something everybody is having. Try to understand that what is strong point of you and try to develop that. Unless until skill and vocational education is given, wealth gap cannot be reduced. Skill and vocational education we need to give our student, which was neglected in India. We are only teaching them theory books, and that's why they are jobless, they are not welcome everywhere. And so ask your students to go anywhere. So first design what you want to do, then develop. Design, develop, and deliver. These are the new solutions. 3 Ds: design, develop, and deliver. Unless and until you develop, you cannot deliver. I gave you example of Lata Mangeshkar, performing arts. If you want to become a singer, first you have to develop yourself. Once you develop yourself, then you can perform good, then you can deliver good, and you will become a good singer. People will come with tickets. Yesterday, one in Pune, one English song program was organized. And what was the ticket? Minimum ticket 3,500. Minimum. No chairs. They were sitting on ground. And 10,000 crowd came together to listen the song of that singer who came from England. 10,000 multiplied by minimum 3,500, 3,500, 4,000, 5,000. You imagine what is his collection in a day. And no sitting arrangement. People are ready to listen good things. So first develop and then you deliver. Then they are ready to be welcome. So skill education is that which was neglected. You see why Germany, Japan, European Union, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, all these countries are developed because of skill and vocational education. All these countries are developed because of skill and vocational education. And so that's why it is suggested that 20% credit in each semester should be in for vocational education. UGC suggested that 20% credit you must devote for vocational education. So ask your student that you have taken admission in the first standard. These are your good things. These are your plus point. So you go for that. Maybe singer, maybe a dancer, maybe a painter, maybe a writer. These are all performing activities. But there are some other research things. You are a good businessman. You have oratory skill. Become good speaker. All these things you need to develop. And so growth translates into job or livelihoods lead inclusive growth. So we need growth first. GDP. GDP of India is increasing. Growth translates into jobs and into livelihoods. But our generation must be ready to capture that. Jobs will be created now. New MOUs are signed, new companies are coming, they're making new investments, but they want new persons. I was searching mathematics teacher for 6 months in Pune city. MSc mathematics net set passed, no available. See, there is a scarcity. Means MSc method, three, four principles asking me, sir, suggest something. I couldn't. Good accountant, I couldn't supply. They are ready to pay 40,000 salary. But I cannot suggest them name because he said, but I will not ready, I am not ready to teach him anything. I will give him books, he should start writing accounts and give me final balance sheet. Such students I didn't found. So point is there that if you are experienced, unless and until you take experience, you don't know how to write books of accounts. You should have experience for that. For everything, for gardening work, for any work, lot of interior decoration, lot of opportunities are there. Skill, yogas, counseling, psychology. Now today tremendous demand for counseling and psychologist. So these are the new areas. So you have to visualize what is needed tomorrow. What is needed tomorrow. And that's why go on research in your labs, in your classrooms, in your discussions. So teachers will be engaged more in discussion with the student, discussions with the expert, discussions with the industries, and less teaching in the classroom. UGC has already come out with one circular. You might be knowing that 40% syllabus you have to complete on online mode, like we are discussing online. Now, because of Corona, this is Ishtapatti, you can say. Good offer situation. We enjoyed this because of Corona only. If there was no Corona, we would not have tested this weapon, this method. But now today you are observing, and now in colleges also, UGC suggested that 40% syllabi you can complete on online mode. No student needed to come to the classroom. No teacher needed to go to the college. Teacher can sit at his own home and give lectures. So, but your presence in the campus is needed for counseling, for guidance. your counseling, your guidance to the student is very much needed to make his all-round development. So today we have and have nots. किसी के पास बहुत कुछ है, किसी के पास बहुत कुछ नहीं है. Haves and have nots. This gap we need to reduce. And so moving from RT, right to education, what NEP says, we are moving from RT, right to education, to right education. We are moving from right to education. केवल अधिकार की बात मत करो. We are going to right education. Correct right education कौन सा है आपके लिए? ये बच्चों को हमें बताना है. And that is the accountability or responsibility of a teacher. Because who will judge them best? You are the person, you are the teacher, you are the observer, and you can visualize what he can become tomorrow. You can help them. And so responsibility of the teachers is increasing because growth will take place with such type of developments. And so we have to reduce gap between, and we have to shift our student to right education. What is right education? And that's why initial days. Now digital transformation is going on. Digital transformation is needed in our education system also. As UGC said, 40% on syllabi. But why not you keep your YouTube lectures? Student can listen as per his own convenience. If he is working in an office, working in an organization, traveling from one place to another place, he may not attend your lecture. But YouTube lectures, if you develop, he will listen at per his own time. So point is this, that innovation in our teaching methodology also we need to develop. You have to design your own teaching methodology, and that teaching methodology to make students skilled. So skill will give him opportunity to earn livelihood. So know what and do what know what and do what goes hand in hand. आपको क्या जानकारी है और क्या करते हैं. बहुत समय हम वी आर लिसनिंग दिस टाइप ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म. वॉट एवर आई हैव लर्न नॉट यूजफुल. ही इज अ इंजीनियर एंड वर्किंग इन द बैंक. वो बोलता है वॉट एवर आई इंजीनियरिंग एजुकेशन आई हैव टेकन नॉट यूजफुल हियर इन माय बैंकिंग जॉब. So what you know and what you do must go hand in hand. So what you want to do, try to know that. डोंट डू ये इंजीनियर हो रहा है इसलिए मैं भी इंजीनियर बनूंगा, ये डॉक्टर बन रहा है इसलिए मैं भी डॉक्टर बनूंगा. डोंट डू दैट. व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इन योर लाइफ, ट्राई टू नो दैट. एंड सो this multidisciplinary approach we have to deal. So degree include, tomorrow's degree will include knowledge and skills, not only knowledge. Only theory paper if you pass and you will get degree, that days are going away. Now students must have some skill. So degree, you will not get degree without knowledge and skills. So both things are important. And now third thing, as I told you, value education. So competency level you have to increase, as well as you have to increase character also. Competency and character. Character ये value based है. Honesty, for example, is a character. I will not do copy in exam. Whatever I know, I will reproduce in paper. Whatever marks I will get, I will be happy with that. Can we ask students to think like that? So from Marxian theory, we have to convert them into character theory. So character-based education we need to develop. And so vocational, professional, vocational and professional education will enhance their employability. So vocational education, professional education, skill education, these are different words. There are little difference also. You try to understand that. But we need, next coming generation will expect this from you. And so job-based courses you need to develop in your educational institute, job-based courses. That is where the skills, where skill attracted. For example, agriculture also. India is an agriculture-based country. our farmers are poor. Whatever they produce, they don't get proper price. So they go for Atmahatya. So if you want to stop it, you need to develop that what type of courses you can take while doing farming also. How to do marketing of your farm, of farm product. So these are the new avenues open and students need to do that. So service sector is there. For example, healthcare. Healthcare is upcoming now nowadays. As I told you, yoga. Best there is a tremendous demand for yoga teachers. Some teachers are only doing yoga in the morning. Whole day they are giving counseling. So these are the things which we need, and so we have to develop. Now there are obstacles. In some time, I will take it for what are the obstacles. So development of India is possible through education, change in education system, and Bharat-centric education. If we give, students will realize what are our good things in our old literature. What is Indian ethos? ये सुवर्ण भूमि थी एक दिन कभी पुराने जमाने में. अभी ये सुवर्ण भूमि फिर बन सकती है unless until we try to understand Ramayana. We study what is Ramayana. It's a character based story. So it is a character based. रामायण में सब कैरेक्टर है. राम राज्य ये वर्ड यूज किया महात्मा गांधी जी ने भी. What is Ramarajya? Ramarajya means what type of character Ram was having. Try to inculcate that in our students also. And so, where base is that in, for example, now nomenclature is also changed. Librarian, previously we used the word librarian. Now what word we are using? Resource center, director resource center. Library is a resource center. Librarian job is not only to invert the books and outward the books. Librarian job is much more than that. He is a resource center. He is a director of resource center. He should read good books and he should guide the students what he can read, what he can select, where avenues are open to him. So these things are needed, and that's why when we are saying भारत केंद्रित, भारत के, फॉर एग्जांपल भारत केंद्रित में हेल्थ के बारे में भी बहुत कुछ है. फॉर एग्जांपल आयुर्वेदा, होम्योपैथी, these are Bharat centric. It is not outside. Allopathy came from outside, but Ayurveda and homeopathy is from Bharat. So this is our heritage. This heritage, we need to do research on it. And after doing research, then we can proudly say, yes, this is the tablet we have developed, Ayurveda tablet, which is used in Corona crisis. Many people use these Ayurvedic medicines. There was no medicine in allopathy, but in Ayurveda there was a medicine. For example, mm, uh, drinking hot water in the morning, etc. So these things people use काढ़ा जिसको बोलते हैं मराठी में. So such words are used, and now we have realized that yes, we have something. Try to find out that what you have, what you had, and that health. Means simple story. Alauddin, when become ill, uh, there was no medicine. Somebody said him that in Nalanda there is one medicine available. You ask them, invite them. So he invited one expert from Nalanda. He said, no, no, I will take medicine only from him. He suggested some medicines to him. Alauddin recovered. Then he realized that what is there in Nalanda. So he said, there is a big library in Nalanda. Big research is going on. People reading books and writing something, doing research and developing some medicines through whatever resources they are available there. Means trees, leaves of the trees used for preparing medicines. And these leaves of the trees are useful for making cure, any health cure. When he realized that, then he said that it's very difficult to rule here. He realized that. And that's why Nalanda, Nalanda library, there was a big fire, and lot of books destroyed in that fire. That was our old knowledge. We need to develop that old knowledge now. And so India is doing that, fortunately. It is good thing to share with you that our young generation is also well aware about it. Our old generation also trying to learn new machinery. We need to only realize that. For example, some one simple example. Now structure is changing, So one figure just I would like to share to you how much transaction took place on Bhim payment. 20 crores. 20 crores transaction took place on Bhim payment. Digital learning 9.3 crores. UPI users in India 30 crores. Social media users in India 40 crores. E-commerce. E-commerce 80 crores. Mobile users are 140 crores and internet users are 120 crores. Population is 140 crores. So almost people are accustomed to this. They are using internet, they are using mobile, they are using uh, e-platform for teaching, learning. Even Jilla Parishad school teachers are also using this technology. And students in villages, students in hilly area also taking education with this mobile because teachers are delivering lectures on that. And so this digital, you can say, learning is increasing day by day. Literacy, digital literacy is increasing very fast in India. We need to aware ourselves about that. The new generation is changing fast. And e-commerce 80 crore, if e-commerce is there, so how much job opportunities are there? You can visualize. Lot of job opportunities are here. We need good experts and good trainers for that. And so digital learning today is 9.3 crore. It may go up to double in coming 2 to 3 years. Means it may reach up to 20 crores also. So digital learning, a big platform, and that radical changes are going, and that's why skill education is needed. Because entire in world now, students are themselves are searching in mobile. For example, if you want to go to some tourist place abroad, the young generation is competent enough to search which hotel is cheaper, how to go, how to travel, where to book airplane ticket, when to book, which airlines we should select. All things are available on Google. Now today, that global mapping or GPS, you need not ask address to anybody. Just on Google, they are telling you just your address, you put it location map, people are reaching to your home. So these are the advanced things going on, machine learning, or these jobs are available here. So we need to understand that how world is changing fast, global world, and India is having a lot of opportunities for that. But who can acquire these jobs? Who can grab these jobs? Unless and until you know foreign languages. So three language formula suggested. Foreign language, one foreign language, not necessarily English. Any foreign language. If you want to go to Japan, learn Japanese first. So foreign language knowledge is must, skill education is must, and your you can say smart behavior. You can say smart behavior means how to speak, how to attract, not to become too emotional. All these things are needed in global world. Then only you will survive in the 21st century. In 21st century, all now this on-job training like that, work from home is also becoming very common nowadays. I think many jobs are like that. You sit in your home and do the job. Such service industry sector particularly coming up, and so students must be aware about the new upcoming new syllabus, and so autonomy is given. Autonomy is given to the colleges, cluster universities, degree giving colleges. Why this phenomenon is developed? Because unless and until you give autonomy to the university and colleges, they will not develop syllabus as per their requirement. One big university and 500 colleges following same syllabus. No, it is not now acceptable in the new world. Every college should have their own different syllabus, and for that purpose, you need to give autonomy to the colleges. So, autonomy is UGC is also recommending autonomy very fast. Most of the colleges they want to make autonomous, and if small colleges are there, let them come together and form cluster. And so, our major expectation is what? What is the purpose of education? What do you want to do? A definition of education given by Swami Vivekananda. No other best definition I found so far. What's Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda gave? That manifestation of perfection already exists in a man. हर एक के में कुछ ना कुछ अच्छी चीज होती है, उसको ढूंढो और उसको परफेक्ट बनाओ. Perfection. Swamiji told perfection. When 1902, he told perfection. 100 साल पहले. आज ही परफेक्शन की बात दुनिया कर रही है. यू मस्ट बी परफेक्ट इन योर वर्क, यू मस्ट बी परफेक्ट इन योर ड्यूटी. एंड सो अल्टीमेट एम ऑफ इंडिया इज, ये एनईपी 2020 एक्सपेक्ट्स दैट आत्मनिर्भर भारत, दैट इज आवर अल्टीमेट एम. आत्मनिर्भर भारत को बनाना ये हमारा सपना है. सो हाउ टू मेक इंडिपेंडेंट सेल्फ रिलायंट भारत? For that you need knowledge, for that you need skills, for that you need young manpower, for that you need perfection, for that you need good habits. And that's why this multidisciplinary approach, skill education, all these things are recommended, because unless and until you do that, you cannot achieve your goal. So NEP 2020 has recommended all colleges semester system, suggested. So why semester system is suggested? Because student can acquire knowledge in one semester, immediately examine it, and make him tension free. That is the idea behind it, and that's why world is rapidly changing. Try to understand that. World is rapidly changing, and sustainable development agenda we accepted in 2015. India accepted sustainable development agenda. Development must be sustainable. Today we develop and tomorrow collapse. No. Sustainable development agenda we signed 2015 only, India. And so India would like to go with the world. World is changing, rapidly changing. And so we need to change ourselves. And when we need to change ourselves, we have to inculcate all these qualities among our students. And so multidisciplinary approach, that's why we develop a multidisciplinary approach. Unless and until you keep more learning centers, students will not go for that. So that's why online learning, online UGC permitted all universities now, they can start their online courses. Another advantage of NEP is 2 degrees you can take simultaneously. You can tell your students. When we were students, we were not allowed to take 2 degrees at a time. Now, student can take 2 degrees. He is doing BA one side, another side he can do BCom also, or he can do engineering also, or he can do BSc Agri also. 2 degree courses are allowed. 2 different universities. Or even in one university also, 2 degree courses students are permitted. Most of the universities now are thinking to start such type of change in their syllabus. So semester-wise system, because once you become syllabus outdated, you can throw it away and you can put new syllabus in that semester. So that's why semester system suggested. That's why 2 degree courses are. Some students are very competent. They can learn at a time 2 degrees, and so encourage students to go for 2 degrees at a time. So their knowledge base will increase more, and when their knowledge base will increase, there is plenty of opportunities for them in coming field. So multidisciplinary approach is the need of the 21st century. Only I am expert in one field may not be sufficient. Multidisciplinary approach you should have. Only such students can survive in coming days. So sustainable development, for sustainable development, we need to teach our students that go for such type of skills earning, more and more credits earning. Through credits you can earn, and credits are available to you. So point is this, that education. And finally, as I told you, Atmanirbhar Bharat, when we are doing about speaking about that, but at the same time, I told you yoga and value education also need to give to the students right from school education, because education must build character. It is said in the policy document itself. Education must build character. So we want good persons. Many times we are saying that you are educated, but they are educated means what? Whether their character is good or not. So if their character is good, then only then only we can say they are educated. They are well cultured. They are well educated. Well cultured and well educated students needed in the society. Sustainable development, society development is possible with good manpower. What is good manpower? Good manpower means must be competent first, must be. सर जरा फोन करतोय का लेक्चर मध्ये फोन करतो ओके ओके must be competent first, must be knowledgeable first, must have some skills, and must have good character. ये भारत की सोच है. भारत की विशेषता क्या है? भारत की विशेषता ये गुड कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट का है. अंतिमतः फाइनली वी वांट सर्वे पी सुखिनः सन्तु. सर्वे पी सुखिनः सन्तु aim you can achieve only creating proper character, and that's why value based education is needed for creative and potential of individuals. Creative potentials of individuals, if you want to develop, you need value education for that. So आपके पास ज्ञान है, उसका उपयोग आप क्या कर रहे हैं? What is the use of your knowledge? Is it a disaster or is it a development? If your knowledge you are using for development is good, you are well educated but you are doing crimes. You are gold medalist in commerce but you are looting money of the people through bank robbery or some unfair practices. So that is also there. Unfair practices. People are keeping money with you and you are doing something wrong for that. So that is not correct. So what is the use of education then? So we need to teach all these things. So Atmanirbhar Bharat and Bharat ki pehchan is enable them to be ethical, rational, and caring. These words they used. Enable them to become rational, ethical, and caring. If young generation come out with they don't have any caring views, means think about others, those who do not have anything, haves and have nots. जो संत महात्मा ने हमारे बहुत पहले से ऑलरेडी दिखा है. And that's why caring attitude, ethical attitude. What is ethical attitude? I am ethical. I will not accept wrong things. I will not do any wrong things. I will not do copy. Simple ethical thinking, ethical behavior. So why corruption problem is there? Corruption problem is based to the character. Casteism, corruption, these are all the problems because of character. Unless and you develop your character, you cannot solve these problems. That whatever ethical I will do, whatever rational I will do, what is in the interest of society I will do. These things you need to develop among your students. Which is wrong, which is right. So when a young generation will start thinking like this, they will become more caring, more ethical, more rational, and they will come to know the views of Aryabhatta or Bhaskaracharya. Patanjali, Aryabhatta, Bhaskaracharya, Patanjali, Chanakya, all our sadhus, if you see, they are staying in forest or in temple. So there they were working for society benefit, society development. What we want to learn from themselves, that whatever money you, how you are earning money and how you are spending money, it should be ethical. Earning money and spending money, if it is ethical, most of the society problems will be automatically solved, and which are not covered in our today's syllabus. NEP highlights this lacuna, that we have forgotten our good things. These good things we would like to recognize, and we would like to re-establish before the society again, and go to the world with these good qualities of Bharatiya. Bharatiya good qualities are caring. What Vivekananda's sentence I told you, if you are to see the God, you go to the poor person. Service to poor person, reducing gap between haves and have-nots. So ये responsibility है those who are having have. उनकी responsibility, I will spend some money out of my income, out of my pocket, for those who do not have, or those who are away from this. How many students are keeping this view that I'm educated, I became graduate. So for how many students I help to become graduate? How many students I encourage to take higher education? For how many students I motivated to take higher education? That is called caring attitude, ethical attitude. That मैं तो पढ़ूंगा, I will I will study, I will have degrees, I will have skills, but I will promote others, my neighbors. I will promote those who are not having anything, for them to acquire all these things. And that's why Sarvepi Sukhinas Santu, that is the concept Indian ethos. Indian ethos is this. सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदोसिता हमारा. ये सारे जहां से अच्छा जो है उसका मतलब everywhere, not only some section of the society. All section of the society should have अच्छी things, अच्छा things. And so this thinking, caring attitude, ethical attitude, rational thinking, these are the qualities. Now you teachers' freedom is there. How to inculcate that qualities among the student. You can tell some stories. You can take them to some trip. You can take them to some areas where all beggars are sitting, all beggars are staying. You can take them to forest. What is environment? How to save our environment? How to take care of animals also. भारतीयत्व में एनिमल की भी. And that's why environment approach we are keeping. Supreme Court made it compulsory that environment you must teach your students, and that then we included in our syllabi. So what is the bad part of it? Supreme Court insisted. We never thought that environment is such an important area and we must teach our students. But because of Supreme Court judgment, now environment is everywhere. And now you find environment is a very burning topic today's scenario in the world. Hot discussion is going on how to save environment, who is killing environment. So simple things, keep your college clean, keep your campus clean. This is my campus, this is my college, this is my education institute, I will keep it clean. Such type of attitude you need to develop among your students. That is caring. I will not make it bad. So these are small things, but nobody is teaching all these things to the students. So we need to give such value-based education, means all these things. That I will not throw anything without dustbin anywhere. Whatever dust is there, dust material is there, I will put it into dustbin. I will use dustbin. So then colleges will remain clean. Is it a responsibility of only that clean worker? आप गंदा करते जाओ और वो साफ करता जाए. दिस इज नॉट गुड एटीट्यूड. सो ये सब चीजें जो है दैट इज भारतीय. एंड When student will come out with graduation out of the college, all these qualities society is expecting. That आपने अच्छा student तैयार किया, whose behavior is proper, whose character is good. Character includes all these things. It should be your natural practice. It should be your natural behavior. That I will not make unnecessary, unclean area. I will keep myself clean. I will try to keep cleanliness everywhere. So this simple thing, but these things you need to develop among our students. That my college is my तीर्थ, मेरी पाठशाला ये मेरा तीर्थ है, तीर्थ स्थान है, जहाँ से मैं काम करती हूँ, काम करता हूँ, जहाँ मैं पढ़ता हूँ, जहाँ मैं पढ़ती हूँ, वो मेरा तीर्थ है। इस प्रकार की भावना यदि हम स्टूडेंट में पैदा करें तो दिस इज अवर स्लोगन, that for the society development, teacher for the society, then society will stand for teacher. When teacher will stand for society, society automatically stand for teacher. हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे और हमारे लिए सब कुछ करें, ये कैसा हो सकता है? हम भी कुछ तो देना सीखें, देश की भलाई के लिए हम भी कुछ तो देना सीखें। जो है आपका नॉलेज है, आपका समय है, आपका पैसा है, कुछ तो कुछ अब सोसाइटी या स्कूल या अपने तीर्थ के लिए देना सीखे। दिस इज भारतीय, भारतीय एजुकेशन इज दैट। ऑल दीज आर गुड क्वालिटीज। यहाँ से कैरेक्टर बनता है, यहाँ से कैरेक्टर बिल्ट होता है। और ये चीजें अब ये टीचर स्टूडेंट्स को अपने क्लासेस में बताएंगे, बार बार बताएंगे, क्योंकि अच्छी चीजें बार बार बतानी पड़ती है, बुरी चीजें तो 2 दिन में आदमी सीख जाता है। तो यू नीड टू डेवलप व्हाट यू शुड बी, उसको रोक लगाना, गलत चीजों से रोक लगाना, अच्छी चीज के लिए उसको प्रोत्साहित करना, उसको मोटिवेट करना फॉर गुड थिंग्स, फॉर गुड बिहेवियर। तो यू हैव अ डिग्री, बट इफ यू डोंट हैव रेस्पेक्ट अबाउट द वुमन, if you don't have respect about the neighbors, if you don't have respect about the old people, what is the use of your education? And so education means आत्मोन्नति, education means आत्मनिर्भरता। आत्मनिर्भरता यानी ठीक है, I took skill education, I started earning something, I can pull on my family, I have some 25,000, 50,000 in my hand, but how you spend that money, how many books you are purchasing, how much you are reading, how much you are helping to others, those who do not have, don't have। तो इससे सोसाइटी का आप इंटरनल रिलेशंस अच्छे रहते हैं। सोसाइटी डेवलपमेंट इज अ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, और ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की बात ये 21st सेंचुरी की बहुत बड़ी बात है। दैट्स वाई in our higher education, in our school education, right from school education, higher education, we need to develop all these qualities among our students. That is the aim of NEP, I think. So in short, I told you what are the obstacles here। ऑब्स्टैकल्स में उसको सुझाव देने वाले हम ही हैं। अभी आप बताएंगे ये वर्किंग आवर्स में कहाँ आता है। सो आई टोल्ड यू यूजीसी इज आल्सो थिंकिंग दैट आपका वर्कलोड अभी केवल हाउ मेनी पीरियड्स यू आर टेकिंग इस पे निर्भर नहीं रहेगा, व्हाट अदर थिंग यू आर डूइंग आल्सो विल बी काउंटेड, वो रिकॉग्नाइज होने वाली है। इफ एनी टीचर इज डूइंग सम गुड वर्क, अपने बच्चों को लेकर कुछ एरिया में जाकर क्लीनलीनेस का ड्राइव सपोज यू आर डूइंग इन योर विलेज और इन योर सिटी, काउंट होगा, दैट विल बी काउंटेड एज अ वर्कलोड। कि आपने 2 आवर्स एक गंदी बस्ती साफ की अपने 25 बच्चों को लेकर, सो दैट विल गिव यू रिवॉर्ड, दैट विल गिव यू रिकॉग्निशन, एंड दैट विल बी काउंटेड आल्सो इन योर वर्कलोड। सो आई थिंक हायर अथॉरिटीज आर कमिंग विद दिस टाइप ऑफ न्यू थिंकिंग एंड न्यू सॉल्यूशंस, दैट दे आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट NEP 2020 when you want to implement, भारतीय इतिहास के साथ इम्प्लीमेंट करना है। केवल उसको अच्छा आदमी बनाना है, अच्छा आदमी, अच्छा पर्सन, एवरी पर्सन ही शुड बी अ गुड पर्सन, गुड सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया। So he must know his responsibilities also, his duties also, his rights also. So we have to make our students aware about all these things. That is, I think, expected from this NEP implementation. उसमें कुछ दिक्कतें हैं, समय के कारण उस पर हम बात आज नहीं करेंगे। टाइम और अदर लेक्चर्स you can cover that area. What are the problems in implementation? To make it happens, it's not so easy, and to make it happen, but dedication hoga to it will happen. And I think changes are started. And slowly, after 4 or 5 years, you will find total new scenario in higher education. Thank you very much for patient listening to friends. And yes, not listening. Unmute yourself. Audio. ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है आपका, आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. Anybody else? I think 42 participants. 42. आवाज आ रहा है मेरा आपके पास? आपका आ रहा है? आई एम ऑडिबल? आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. आई कैन नॉट हियर. अच्छा, कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है. ऑल आर अनम्यूटेड. ओके, यस सर. ओके ओके ओके. थैंक यू वेरी मच. देन shall I stop here? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.